Okay, so now we're going to do some of the more advanced features on this birdhouse. In order to do that, I'm going to add a few more parameters. I'll pause here and enter them in. There they are. Window frame, the rectangular window, horizontal and vertical, and then the window round dimension. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll the timeline back to before we copied the right uh, side to the left side. And it looks like I hit it first try. Okay, so now at this point in time we're going to edit this wall so that before it's copied we'll have our windows and they'll get copied over here. So let's go ahead and go to sketches, right, and let's edit our right sketch. Turn this around, hide our bodies, make things a little more clear. Also make things a little more clear. Let's go ahead and not show the constraints for right now. And I need a construction line. So I'll make a line from here to here. And I'll right click it, make it construction. And now I'll start adding the windows. So we'll start with a rectangle. And I'll just put him here. And that'll be window, rectangular, vertical direction. Window, rectangular, horizontal. Okay, and I think I'm going to make the horizontal a little bigger. So let me go back to the parameters. Yeah, there we go. Now, it's not centered, so I'm going to go ahead and use the constraints. Let me turn these options off so I can see what's going on better. I'm going to use some symmetry constraints. So that's a 3-click operation. The first click is an object, the second one's an object, and then the third one is what you're symmetric around. And let's do it again for the other direction. Okay, and now it's fully constrained. I'm going to give it an offset, which we'll use to build the eave later. So that'll be a distance of minus ply. No, minus window frame. Got it. Now I'm going to attach some rectangles. I'm going to make 4 of them. Not any particular size, although it is important that the corners are fixed to the corners of the inside rectangle. Now I'm going to start constraining this into what I want. So let's use the symmetry constraints. Symmetric around here. Alright. And now I want these two to also have the same symmetry. So I'm going to use collinear so that this line is in line with this one and this line is in line with this one. So if you take a look at what we've done so far, we got this going on. So let's do this in the other direction. Symmetry, line, line, about, try that again. Here, here, here. Got it. And collinear, here to here, and here to here. Okay. And that should be working pretty well. All I need to do is get this inside sized. So that'll be a dimension. And a dimension from here to here, a distance of window frame. And again, a dimension from here to here. Looks like I messed up. Dimension from here, one more time. Dimension from here to here. Window frame. Got it. And now I got everything I need in that sketch. I'll go ahead and stop the sketch. Okay, so let's go ahead and punch these holes for the windows out. So I'm going to use the extrude. Dink, dink, select these 4 panels. Distance of minus ply. cut, and got it. Now let's do another extrude for the windowsill. Let's turn our right sketch on, distance apply, and not join, but let's make it a new component. Speed things up a little bit, and that takes care of that. This is a good point in the timeline to also do the front because it has already been copied, so any changes we make to the front will not get put in the back. So let's go ahead and do this. Front, edit sketch. I'm going to put in a circle for the window, and it'll have a size of window round. And a lot of times I just deliberately put it anywhere, and then so when I fix it into position it's more clear. Let's clean this up by going to options and taking the constraints off of what we display. There it is, show constraints. Okay, now coincident, anything dealing with a point has to be coincident. There we go. And now let's fix it with a dimension. From here to here, and I'll make that say width divided by 5. Alright, so that window's now locked in place. Let's make another circle for the eave using the offset command. Distance not ply, but window frame. Got it. Alright, and now let's add a rectangle for the window, and I'll put it from here to here. Size isn't too important because I'm going to trim it. So let's select trim, and I want to trim this part off, this part off. Whoops, take that back. Okay. Trim, trim, trim. Okay, trim, 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 trim. Alright, now let's get what's left of this rectangle into place using dimensions. I'm going to dimension from here to here a distance of window frame divided by 2, since we're going to have them on both sides. Same thing here, distance of window frame divided by 2. Got it. Now I want to let me move these here a little less in the way. I want to copy this going around in a circle. So in order to do that, I'll say circular pattern. Select the objects I want to move, select the center point, and quantity 4. Got it. Alright, so our window is all ready to be extruded. So I'll start with the extrude command, and I'll select him, and I think, yeah, let's go do a cut of minus ply. Alright, I got a little something wrong here. Oh, darn it, I forgot to finish my sketch. Okay, so stop sketch. Alright, let me try that again. Extrude, the front, select what I want to cut, and a distance of minus ply, and one more extrude. Turn my sketch back on, the front sketch, so I can select him and bring the sill out a distance of ply. Do not want to join, I want a new component. Okay, and let me roll the timeline out some distance, and so I can copy the sill over to the other side. So select, make sure I'm on component priority. I'll take this component, move copy. From point, I'll do a point to point. The origin will be, let's see, I think here. And the target point will be on the other side. There. Make sure it's a copy. And got it. No, I don't have it. Let me take that copy and edit that. It looks like I can't really do that, so let me roll that back. Okay, one more time with the copy. I don't quite know what went wrong there. I'm just going to simply try it again. Point to point, the origin, there. Okay, let's turn around. The destination will be there. That looks right this time. Okay, got it. Alright, so now let's roll the timeline out to just before we started flattening everything. In fact, let's roll it out a little further than that. Let's take it all the way to the end, but roll it back to just before we made our cut plan. Or, yeah, before we made our cut plan. So let's turn these on, or at least make them visible, I should say. Alright, now we just need to take our new objects, turn the sketches off, make things a little more clear. And we just need to use joints to bring them back down to the stock. So here's a joint. I'm going to select this component to here and make him a planar joint. And I'm going to move him off to, and we'll say here. The next joint from, I think we can pick up this corner if we want, to here. Alright, and now I will move him out of the way. And then the last one is the circle. And notice that sometimes when I am looking for a joint, if it's in an area of the screen that's a hole, I lose my ability to grab it. So I will hit the Control key, select the joint, zoom back, and he looks, boy, they do a lot of animation. That looks good right there. Okay, so now I can move the timeline all the way out. Now I have to go back and put these into my cut plan sketch. So I'm going to edit that sketch, edit sketch, and sketch, project, include, intersect, geometry. Make sure my selection filters are okay. They weren't. Now they are. Okay. And let's go ahead and select these. And we need him, him, and him. Got him. And so now that's all included in my cut plan. So let's take a let's go ahead and generate a DXF file off of the cut plan and save as DXF. Reuse the old one, which is right where? Oh, here it is. Birdhouse. Save. Replace. Now let's go take a look at our handiwork. And there it is. And I see that I forgot to do the draft on the eaves, so let's go back and do that. Let's roll the timeline back to some place where we had let's stop the sketch. Let's roll the timeline back. That will do. Let's go ahead and modify both of these eaves with the draft command. It's a two-click operation. I select the face, and this edge will be used to bend this face outward. Now I select the face I want to bend, and you can see what draft does. So I'm going to give it a draft of 15 degrees. I'm going to come back and get the other one. Modify, draft, and it defaults to 15 degrees, which is fine. Now let's roll the timeline back out, and now we can actually see the draft in here. If I look at the cut plan, we see that the cut plan has the draft in it now, because we put that draft in the past. Alright, so one more time we'll take our sketch, cut plan, save as DXF file. Birdhouse, save again. Do I want to replace it? Yes. Let's go take a look. And there's our draft. Okay, and that concludes the advanced modifications to the birdhouse. Stop my sketch. Don't forget to save when you're done.